That's right, motherfuckers. I'm coming to you live from the beautiful Wyndham, Margaritaville in Puerto Rico. God, look at that view from the balcony. Now, Jackie's taking her nap, so I have full permission to complete this review while you fuckers are all working and I'm just chilling, relaxing, having a good old time, drinking some local beers. Madaya is what it's called. It's not very good, but it's cheap. Now, I wrote out everything like I used to do because I actually had time this week. And somehow half of it got deleted. So for the first half, it should be good. And the second half, I'm going Chris style, just right off the matchups. So first, I'm going to start with the standings. AJ sits at the top now, all alone, 7-1. Followed by Josh and Pez, both at 6-2. And then there's me, Fogel. Well, let me say the right order. Fogel, Justin, then me at 4-4. Probably fighting for that last playoff spot. Then we got Chris at 3-5, and then the basement boys, Mark, Chevy, Timmy, all at 2-6. They probably don't have a shot. So that is the standings for this week. Now, I actually have awards this week. Starting with the shit start of the week, that goes to Fogel and the Baltimore defense. Now, the Baltimore defense is the best defense in the league. However, they got lit up by Carolina, and they got him -4 points. That was the shittiest of all starts. Then we got the performance of the week, and that's James Conner on Chris's team, 33.2 points. One of two players going over 30 points this week. Should have pulled out. That honor goes to Chris and the Cleveland defense, who wins another award coming up. But I don't know what you were thinking, Chris. It's the Browns, dude. It's terrible decision making, but you still got the dub. Chocolate or poop? Surprisingly, there was no chocolate. The one waiver wire edition that could have been chocolate was Doug Martin, but he only got 6 points, and that was the highest of any started waiver wire edition. But I don't count that as chocolate, so there was nothing. Poop. We got Josh picking up and playing Kenyon Barner, 0.4 points. Little surprise, we're using Cordarrelle Patterson for some reason a lot. He didn't do very well. I don't know why you just don't run Barner instead. Chris, the Browns defense, picked up and played them. Only 1 point. You get 2 awards this week. And then the only other poop was Mark picking up and playing CJ Uzomah, the tight end for the Bengals. He got 0 points. Hey, look at that view again real quick. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that pool. That's a pool bar over there. I've been chilling there. All right, anyways. Best bench award goes to Fogel, who gets 60.5 points left on his bench, but he didn't need it because he got that dub. And the Rodney King Award, it was pretty close. There wasn't huge beatdowns this week. Aside from Mark and Pez's matchup, the rest of our matchups were all won by either between 20 and 22 points. But Pasta gets the honor at 22.4 for the worst beating of the week. Let's move on to me versus Timmy. After 2 losses in a row, I really needed that Timmy bye, although I would have beat almost everyone else in the league besides Todd Gurley, because I had big days from Cousins, Mixon, and Tyler Boyd. I also got 15 points from Graham Gano, my kicker. That always helps. Timmy, he did put up a good fight, though. You thought you had me. when you were winning by like over 30 points after Lamar Miller and Wendell Smallwood had pretty solid games before any of my players played, but turns out that didn't matter. And Timmy, I mean, your team put up a good score, and you would have beaten like 4 or 5 other teams in the league, but not me. Sorry, buddy. I think your team's actually coming together a little bit, and I could see you getting another win this season. So good luck, as long as you don't play me. Next up, Chris versus Pasta. This is the only one I have left before the rest of it got deleted. Upset alert. I'm really glad that Chris pulled off this upset, because I really need Fogel and Pasta to lose as much as possible. Chris had big days from Jared Goff, James Conner, and Marvin Jones finally had a mini explosion. They all got over 20 points. And Conner, who was the performance of the week, started really slow, but he ended up getting over 30. The rest of Chris's team didn't do that well, so he needed all those points from those breakouts. Now, Pasta's team didn't do that all that great, so that really helps too. He made a shocking but really good decision playing Deshaun Watson over Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Watson outscored Mahomes by 5 points. Not a lot, but still, it's a good decision. I wouldn't bench Mahomes playing as good as he's been playing, especially in Arrowhead. And then Antonio Brown had a good day for Justin because he scored twice, getting 20 points. And then James White had a good game for you too last night, Justin, but it just wasn't enough. I played against James White in a PPR league, and he had almost 30 points, and he only had 15 in our league. We need to switch to some kind of PPR next year. Okay, so I had, like I said, that was the last stuff I had written that didn't get deleted. So let's just move on to the next matchup, which was Mark versus Pez. Now, crazy thing, Pez is sitting at 6-2, right? He has good points for 840 points, less than both Fogel and Pasta, who sit 4-4, 2 games behind him. The craziest thing of all, Pez only has 634 points against him. The rest of us have over 800. Close to. I mean, AJ and Josh, go figure. AJ, Josh, and Pez, the top 3, have the lowest points against. Luck of the schedule, I guess. But Josh and AJ are really close to 800. Everyone else is over 800. And Pez is only at 634. That's crazy. 170 points less than us. That's why he's 6-2. His luck will run out eventually, I think. But he got lucky again this week because he got to play Mark, who scored his lowest point total of the season at 74 points. Let's see. Mark keeps wanting to play Big Ben, playing with his heart, not his head. We keep telling him to play Cam Newton. Cam Newton scored 12 more points than Big Ben, and that would have put Mark within 2 points. So still wouldn't have gotten him the win, but geez, 3 points from Landry, 3 from Juju, 3 from John Brown, 3 from Texans D. God, that's just sad. His highest score was Adrian Peterson, 25.6 points. Looking like the AP of old. 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pez's team did not do good. 88 points. I think he might have been the second lowest. And he was. 2 bottom teams playing each other. That's the kind of luck I'm talking about for Pez that's going to run out. His team was terrible. His highest score was Tariq Cohen, 17 points, and he got 16 points from a kicker. The rest of his team was ass. So much for the defense whisperer. Bears only getting 6 points. Anyway, I mean, he gets the win, and it's really good because, it puts him one step closer to making the playoffs. And moving on, we got Fogel versus Chevy. Now, Fogel was bitching about Chevy. All his players going off, of course, when they play him. But, I mean, it was just the 2 players on Thursday night, Drake and Hopkins, getting over 20. Those were Chevy's 2 high scores. And they gave him a good, comfortable lead in the beginning, but Fogel's team went off, and Chevy's team did not do much after that. He got 13 from both Odell and Travis Kelce. Thought my neighbor was about to come out. But, it just wasn't enough. Only 6 points from Drew Brees when he's got 20 from Dalton on the bench. That wouldn't have helped him all the way, but still, whew. I mean, I would have started Brees over Dalton as well. Fogel's team went off, though. 23 points from Luck. Almost 20 from Kamara. 23 from Mike Evans. 27 from Marlon Mack. The Mack attack. It didn't even matter that he had the shit start of the week with -4 points on his bench. He comes through 122 points. I wish you would have pulled that upset off, Chevy. Pulled a Chris, but you couldn't do it. And, yep, moving on. AJ versus Josh. This was a big matchup because both teams were 6-1. But, of course, AJ's got Todd Gurley, so he gets the win. Must be nice to get lucky and get the first pick and get a player that scores over 20 points every single day or every single week. I mean, he did have Russell Wilson go over 20 as well. And then he had double digits from McCaffrey, Edelman, A.J. Green, who was just seen in a walking boot today. So I hope he's hurt and done for the season, A.J., you bitch. And Phillip Lindsay also got double digits. Oh, and Gostkowski last night because for some reason the Patriots couldn't get in the end zone. And on Josh's side, he had double digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. And Carson Wentz going over 20. Fun fact, Carson Wentz has the QB rating. He's trying to break the record. He's gotten over 100 QB rating in every game he's played in so far this season. The only other player to do that in history was Peyton Manning in 2015 when he was having his outrageous season where he threw over 60 touchdowns. Can you say MVP Carson Wentz? And while he could be an MVP candidate in real life, he is not the MVP candidate for Josh's team because they get the loss. Ouch. Josh falls to 6-2. AJ goes up to 7-1. Now moving on to the next week's matchups. We have me. I'm at 4-4 versus Josh at 6-2. Battle of the Brothers. This is big. Josh is a clear favorite right now. But I gotta get the dub, so I'm gonna pull that victory off. I'm dealing with some bye week issues, but I'm not worried. I got a deep team. Then we got Justin at 4-4 versus Timmy 2-6. They are projected about even right now. And Timmy, I was just saying, I could see you getting another win this week, or not this week, this year. This week would be a great opportunity for me if you could do that. All right, hit me up if you need some advice. AJ is playing Mark, our newfound Hawaiian boy. AJ 7-1, Mark is 2-6, and Mark has Saquon on bye, so I don't think he's going to pull this upset off. Down goes Mark. Next, we got a couple teams that don't really matter, Chevy and Chris. Chris is the real favorite, and yeah, I'm going to go with Chris. Chevy, hit me up, all right? Let me trade for one of those receivers. And then lastly, Fogel is playing Pez. Fogel's 4-4, Pez is 6-2. Pez is projected to win by a lot right now. Fogel does have one player in his lineup on bye. but I think, I know I was talking about Pez being lucky, but I actually want him to win, so I gotta pick Pez. I need Justin and Fogel to lose. Let's go Pez, let's go Timmy. And that does it from beautiful Puerto Rico. God, look at that view. Aren't you guys jealous? Seriously, wish y'all were here. I need some drinking buddies. My wife sleeps too much. Later.